I know Ezra Miller is a terrible person. This man has done some really bad things, but I have to admit, a decent actor. And I know a lot of people are like, well, he's the worst thing that's about this movie. And I'm thinking to myself, like, look, I get that some people act like they can't separate the art from the artist. And I'm not saying because I went to go see this movie that I'm trying to validate him, support him, or anything like that. And I'm not saying because I like him as an actor that I support everything he does. No, the man actually does a solid job in the film. Maybe not the best, but I will say some of the standouts, of course, are Michael Keaton as Batman and Sasha Calle as Supergirl. Now, Michael Keaton Batman, when they announced it, I didn't want to see it because I'm not one of those guys that's like nostalgia. But honestly, I think he did a great job. I think he wasn't just a cameo. He contributed so much to this film, and it was nice to actually see him return to the role and still be pretty badass and believable at that. And as far as Sasha Calle as Supergirl, very on the fence about her at first, especially when, you know, the announcement was there. But I have to say, she definitely helped steal the show. She had depth. She was awesome. She was a likable character. And also, she was sexy as hell. I'm sorry. She just went on to my movie casting wish list of like hottest females. These two characters brought so much to the film, and to me, again, I understand that I'm a bit different with my train of thought. To everybody, these two characters pretty much overshadow Barry, and I do like their scenes, but I do like the fact that the film is a Flash film and not a Batman or a Supergirl film. I do like the Flashpoint Paradox film. I haven't read the comics, but I do like the film, and I do think that this is an interesting take on that. And also, one of the better things I like about the film is the fact that, like Batman v Superman, it adds so much to the Man of Steel film, a bit more to Supergirl and the lore that's behind it. There are some things about this film that don't really work. First of all, I have to admit, the CGI, there are some scenes that the CGI looks decent. It's good. It's actually pretty good when you see Barry doing his thing. The costume design, at first I had an issue with it. I think it looks pretty cool, especially when it powers up when you CGI. It's decent, but there are some scenes where it's just laughable. Like, it went to PS2, then went back to PS1, and it just gets crazy how bad the CGI is in some of these scenes. It was so bad to the point that I was like, why did you even have that scene in this movie? There's a sequence where you're looking into all of these different multiverses, into the multiverse and seeing these different universes with all these cameos and stuff like that. And when you look at them, they're showing CGI characters, and I'm thinking to myself, why are these characters in CGI? If we can show the white dude and Kung Pao and put him into this movie that came out in like the 70s or 60s or whatever it is, and it looks good like that, and not spend as much money being put into there, you can't tell me you can't do the exact same for some of these characters and these cameos. There's romance in the film, and even though I do like Iris, I wish they could have presented their relationship a bit better. Probably would have bought it more if they talked, because in this film it seems like they hadn't talked in years, or if they just kind of kept in contact. I think that would have did a bit more towards building towards their relationship. I think this film would have legitimized the rest of the DCEU had they kept the scenes that they had of Superman and put some scenes with Cyborg in it, because in the beginning of it, the Justice League is there, but at the same time, half the league isn't really there. Aquaman isn't there until even the freaking end of the movie, so it just felt like a movie that's starting out with this kind of strength and energy that it should have been the entire Justice League for about 10 minutes, so we can actually see them again before they disband with the whole desolation of the DCEU after this. And I know people do have issues with the third act. I don't really have issues with the third act per se. I will say it could have been done a lot better. I actually like The Flash. I thought it was a good movie. Did it reach the hype that I wanted it to reach? Not quite, but I was still entertained with the story, despite the CGI, despite some of the writing choices. It was nice actually seeing Michael Keaton and Sasha Calle bring their thing. Certainly not bad, but could have been better. But having said that, The Flash deserves 3 out of 5. It does seem like a waste of potential in so many aspects, and with the way everything's been going on with the DCEU and DC Comics and everything, but still, I'm glad I actually was able to see this film. It's one of the better superhero films or comic book films I've seen this year. But anyways, in the comment section below, guys, let me know what are your thoughts of The Flash. Did you like the film? Did you not like the film? Did you agree with any of my points? And also, who would you rather see with their own standalone film, Michael Keaton as Batman returning or Sasha Calle as Supergirl? Be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification button to get the best what we got going on this channel, and we'll catch you guys later.